Hello everyone, Murmur Sekai, or as I'm more commonly referred to, Milk here. I really did not think I would be making this video this soon, but here we are. A few of you have probably already noticed that I've been having a lot of troubles keeping up with the upload schedule of the channel. I've made several community posts about potentially missing the deadline of Before You Summon episodes or being late with monthly showcases, as well as having my first ever missed event guide being Yesteryear Read Aloud. I have also been sick and exhausted quite a fair bit, which has put hindrance on my production of videos for the channel. But as to not beat around the bush any longer, I'm gonna rip off the band-aid and say that I am taking an extended hiatus from the channel. My real life situation has changed drastically since I posted my first video of the event Let's Enjoy Together Spoil Joy Park. And with my work as well as my IRL duties, I no longer can keep up with the channel in any feasible way. I've built this channel and prided myself on being very communicative with you guys, as well as trying to be as transparent as possible with what is happening around the channel. Hence, I have made several community posts as well as mentioning it several times in the description of different videos, but I am feeling exhausted. The channel has basically become a second job for me, as it takes between 30 to 40 hours to finish all 4 of the videos for each and every month. And this is on top of my already full-time job outside of YouTube, and I just no longer can keep up mentally. And seeing as I do everything all alone, it has just become too overwhelming. Especially seeing as I've only ever made around $100 a month from the YouTube channel, despite all of the effort and work I put into it. And while it's far from only about the money, as this was a passion project I started with the intention of never getting paid, I still need to eat, and 30 to 40 hours of work each month on top of already a full-time job is quite mentally taxing. And I honestly mentally and physically just cannot keep up anymore. And I feel really bad making this announcement because I feel like I'm letting a lot of people down. Especially considering the 4.5th anniversary, the January rerun, as well as the second batch of World Link events just being around the corner. But I gotta be honest and forward and say that I've basically not have had any time to actually relax or wind down for the last 6 or 7 months, if not longer, due to having a full-time job on top of trying to keep up with the very busy upload schedule of the channel. So I truly do apologize for letting people down, as I really hate doing this, but I got to take a step back from the channel. This means that I am putting all future uploads of Before You Summon and the monthly showcase on ice. Though I am reserving the right to actually work on videos in the background when I have time and actual energy for them once again. So there is a possibility I might make a Before You Summon or a monthly showcase, or maybe even a more general guide when I have the time and the energy for it, but I will not promise anything, as I am taking fully a step back from creating on YouTube as of now. Again, I am truly sorry, as I am probably letting a few people down, but I gotta take this step back for my own mental well-being. And in addition, I have not been enjoying creating when it's basically become a second job, instead feeling more like an obligated chore than it does a passion project. I haven't even had time to play Project Sekai itself for around 3 months at this time. And with me taking a step back and going on hiatus, I do wanna thank everyone for sticking around with me and watching all of my videos, whether you be a new fan or an old fan who has sticked around for a very long time. After all, I did not miss a single event between June 2023's Let's Enjoy Together Spoil Joy Park and February 2026 event Rise and Strive, which altogether was 94 events in total. And of course, finally, I want to extend a special, massive thank you to all of my Patreons for continuously supporting me up until this point. I will be pausing and shutting down the Patreon, as well as refunding all of my paying Patreons for their last month's payment. as I cannot feel good about taking the money when I have not been able to fulfill my promises for the February month. That being said, I will give a special thank you to all of my patrons this time around. Thank you to my 2 experts player, Leona and Raslath, my single master player, Harriet Hardy, and of course my biggest tier, the append players, being Bambi, Gabby C, Helen P, 001 Star, Mia Marie 21, Opal Siren, Petterish, Shoop, and Veritas. Ooh woo. I cannot thank you guys enough for all of the support you have been showing me over the last year, and I do thank you from the bottom of my heart for believing in me. But with that, I have rambled far long enough. My business mail will be linked down in the description, as it will still be open for any inquiries you might have, as well as my YouTube comments always being open, as the videos will be going nowhere themselves. However, with that, I am saying goodbye for now. See you guys on the other side.